Hey guys, Luna here, and welcome to a game called Birdland. This is a game that I discovered, well, a family member of mine discovered and sent to me a while ago, and I figured might as well just. It's a very bizarre game to say the least. There's a couple chapters, kind of like a visual novel of sorts, and we get sent off to camp, basically. So, dear Bridget, we're sorry to hear you're not having a better time at camp. We know it's no fun going without your phone for an entire month, but do try to make the best of it. Trust us. It may all seem miserable now, but when you're an adult, you're going to look back on this as one of your best summers of your life. You only get to be 14 once, after all. And don't forget that you're in one of the most beautiful places on earth. The mail up there is so slow that we don't even know when this letter will reach you, so let's just say enjoy your last however many days at camp. Love you, kiddo. Mom and Dad. You sigh and put your letter in your bag. 20. Mackenzie sing. Your bunkmate peeks over the side of your bed. 20 what? 20 days left? Just counting the days left at camp. Oh, wow. That's all? It's going by so fast. Something like that. Night, Mackenzie. Night, Bridget. You switch off your flashlight and feel a dull thud in your chest as you close your eyes. That night, you dream you are a sheriff of the Wild West town populated entirely by bird people. Your bird deputy scrutinizes you closely as you mosey along beneath the bright pink sky. State your job title? Sheriff. And what's the function of a sheriff? I'd say tell people. There's folks in the town yonder need protection. We're gonna need to be the ones to protect them. Purpose of the sheriff is to ensure the safety of the community. Chewing on something? I reckon. Very well. Demonstrate the behavior of a human sheriff. You spit out whatever you were chewing. It lands in a spittoon in the middle of the road that you weren't previously aware of. An old bird perches outside the dry goods store, nods approvingly when he hears the ping. Drowned chunk, suddenly right up in your face. Human, are you the sheriff of this location? That's right. Well, for your information, I'm not accustomed to being the subject of authority of a human sheriff. Your deputy steps forward with a hand on his gun. Say to yourself, inebriate, intoxication, vulgarity in presence of law enforcement, and is an acceptable infraction. Since it's an infraction, we have to lay down the law. Deputy's right, son. We don't want no drunks in public. Is that so? Compatriots, our new sheriff has stated that she does not want any drunks in public. You notice that he's got a crowd of 30 drunks behind him. They murmur and chuckle and stumble around. Well, young human, he tries to press his claw feather on your badge, but misses. We drunks do not want to have any sheriffs in public. What's your reply to that? Let's reason with him. Calm down, son. There's no need for tussling over something such as this. Incorrect. There is indeed no need for combat over something such as this. The drowned throws a sloppy punch, but you easily dodge it. He falls to the ground. Peers, I have bested by the sheriff. Let's depart, fellow drunks. He passes out. The 30 drunks all fall down and pass out with him. Effective crowd control. I'm impressed. Let's go foil a robbery. Be impressed later. We got a situation on our hands. Deputy looking down. I see nothing but cow leather gloves on our hands. Them McBirdford brothers have flown back into town, and I reckon they're fixing to do some crimes. Follow me. You're now on the other side of town, and also on a horse. The buildings here are much taller, and there are barrels full of water all over the place. A crowd of bystanders gathered all around, pointing at a bank. Disturbance at the money depository. Reckon as much. Let's mosey. The two of you get off your horse and start moseying toward the bank. McBirdford 1. Do not mosey any more paces there, Sheriff. One of the McBirdford brothers steps out of the bank and points his shotgun at the crowd. McBirdford 1. Or else all bystanders will be made here to die. Sheriff, this is a situation of great danger. In what matter should we proceed? Negotiate. Seems we've got to talk him down, hombre. We don't want no trouble now, McBirdford, as you raise your hands over your head. Regrettably, trouble is what in which you certainly receive. The other Ford brothers call out from within the bank. Our preference is to shoot the bystanders. The bystanders will definitely be shot by us. Shooting the bystanders will give us the pleasure we intend by the ones who do it. I think I mean to shoot the bystanders. I reckon you're right about that. The only thing now is use reverse psychology. This is your last warning, Ford. Don't stop robbing that bank. Sheriff? What are you attempting to say, Sheriff? You heard me. If you're not gonna keep bank robbing, then at least refuse to release the bystanders. Last thing I want to see is not to get hurt. The other Big Bird brothers follow the building with quizzical looks on their face. They're holding big $sign bags. First, Ford brother, what's the situation here? The sheriff's telling us she wants us to continue robbing the bank and hurting the bystanders. They huddle up. McBird for number 3, still speaking in full volume. The sheriff wants us to not surrender, then surrender is the most logical course of action. Could be a deception. Alternatively, the human sheriff could want us to think that's deception. Were that the case, following the sheriff's commands would be the most disadvantaged course of action. So we should surrender immediately. That is the most sensible interpretation. Fourth and third Ford brothers. It's settled. They drop the monies and put down their guns. All the bystanders vanish. Sheriff, we hereby announce our total surrender. If you insist, you walk off and cuff them. We did a good job, brothers. The other Lords nod simultaneously in agreement. Fascinating display. Thank you, Sheriff. Have a pleasant day. So my serenity is heightened. My agregary is lowered. My vigilance is heightened. Melancholy is heightened. Tenacity is very heightened. So what is alacrity? Brisk and cheerfulness ready is lowered. So serenity is like peacefulness and being untroubled. Vigilance is being on patrol. Melancholy is feeling a pensive sadness. Okay, that makes sense when happiness is low. Tenacity is basically determination, which makes sense. And guile is slying, cunning, crafting, deception. The quality of your dreams will affect your waking mood. You wake up feeling a bit different from you did yesterday. July 13th morning, canoe deck. Dan, the canoe instructor, is giving a lecture from the dock. An assortment of campers is sitting in front of him, straddling logs and holding their paddles off to the side as if they were actually sitting in canoes. The boats themselves sit pristinely upon the racks, looking as if they'd never been underwater. Dan Canoe, it's all about respect. You have to respect the paddle, be one with the paddle, treat the paddle like a lover, if you prefer close friends. Most of all, you gotta stay calm and centered. The paddle can sense anxiety. If you bring a nervous energy into your canoe, the paddle will betray you. The campers stare at him blankly. Dan Canoe, now, he picks up a paddle. Today we're going to be practicing some basic strokes. Remember to grip the handle firmly and make calm, deliberate motions. Any questions? You raise your hand. Bridget. When do you actually start canoeing? When do you actually, go in a canoe? Dan walks over to the log you're sitting on and puts his hand in the shoulder. Look, I know you're excited to get into boats, but I can't let you out in the water until you perfect your technique on dry land. Think of it like Karate Kid. I don't know what that is. I know what Karate Kid is, but I don't think I've ever seen the movie. Jaden Smith, it's classic. Point is, you have to be able to canoe without canoeing if you ever hope to master canoe. And what if I don't hope to master canoe? And what if we just want to paddle canoe, not to master it? Breaks my heart to hear you ask you that question. Oh, sorry? It's not me you have to apologize to. He points to your paddle and you look down as you furrow your brow. Okay, everyone, get going. I'll come by and do one-on-ones. The campers all start fake paddling. Bridget, why don't you show me your technique? Technique got it. Grab your paddle and hold off to the side of the logs as if you're sitting in an actual canoe. Mute effects, which and dialogues are available to you. Some options will be disabled if corresponding emotions are not high enough. I guess I'll do something fancy. Move your paddle around in a bunch of squiggly lines as if you're doing a very complicated stroke. And what do you call that? Furious minnow. And what is a furious minnow exactly? It's like a regular minnow, but more furious. Why don't we just keep things with the more basic? Show me your J stroke. Try a J stroke with your paddle. You dip your paddle in imaginary water, starting with tracing the letter J. Okay, not bad. Wait, what was the last bit? The line on top was the J. No, don't drop the line. It's just the bottom part. Oh, and you did it backwards. You're supposed to curve out from the boat, but that's not J. I mean, I don't know what that is, but it's not a letter J. It's a J if you're on the port side and you're on starboard, so it's a backwards J. So then why didn't you call it a backwards J stroke? You senior girls, you think you have it all figured out. You do? But it's a dangerous world out there. He gestures almost perfectly still lake, glistening softly in the morning light. One mistake out in open water and you could drown, or worse. What's worse than drowning? Solemn. I pray you never have to find out. July 13th, midday, swimming dock. TJ, the swimming instructor, watches from the lifeguard seat as everyone practices their front crawls. He blows his whistle and campus come to a stop. Okay, that's enough. I'm bored. Free swim. One of the senior boys pulls up his goggles. You serious? As a heart attack, my dude. Jump off the thing, swim around, do whatever. He stretches back. Just do whatever you do, make sure you do with enthusiasm. Consider going up the diving board. Go over to the diving board at the edge of the dock. You put your hand on the ladder and look up. It's big. Even the low boards look pretty high up. You back away a little from the ladder and bump into Mackenzie. Whoop! Sorry, you going up? You're up again. Oh, no, you go ahead. You sure? Yeah, I don't really feel like jumping right now. As if to demonstrate the fact that you sit down at the edge of the dock and step slowly back into the water. Okay, see you. You wave. Swim around for a while. You swim around for a little bit and then climb back out of the water. Taylor, Massey, and Taylor Creek, two other girls from your cabin, are sitting there dangling with legs in the water. Hey, Bridget. Hey, guys. Oh, hey. We're just arguing about who's done the most, intimate stuff. Oh, that's cool. Taylor C said she's done the most because she's made out with 4 different boys already, but I've only made out with 1. But the thing was, like, I'm pretty sure those guys count less than my boyfriend because I gave him a interesting thing while his parents were out of town, and she, like, really doesn't count because the lights were off and you couldn't see. But what I'm saying is he lives right downtown, so there's a lot of ambient light coming from the window anyways. He lives right downtown. Anyways, how much intimate stuff have you done? Yeah, tell us your stories right now. Oh, hey, look at the time. You know, right? Look down at your bare wrist. Anyways, look at the time. Gotta go. You jump into the water and swim away as fast as possible. I guess she had to go. Guess so. How much intimate stuff do you think she's done? Probably a normal, respectable amount. I would probably say exactly that. These do not sound like 14-year-olds. July 13th afternoon, sailing dock. Ashley, the sailing instructor, is standing on top of a supply box and delivering a fiery, motivational speech, periodically banging her fist into her palm for emphasis. You gotta give it your all, and gotta give it everything when you go out there. Every bit of persistence, every bit of dodginess, and determination. You can never, ever give up, and you can never cop out, because in the real sailboat, there's no room for excuses. There's no, it's too hard, or it's too windy, or it's not windy enough. There's only the water out there, out on the water, there's only you, your wits, and your sailboat, and God. Silence. And also one other person. Everyone buddy up, you're going out tandem. All campers dock off in pairs. You're left standing alone next to Bell Park, a fellow camper from your section. She shrugs. Get in the boat. Whew, boy, that's definitely certainly something else. But it's good to have a compatriot. The The two of you jump in a boat and head on to the lake. Belle basically sails the boat by herself while you sit with your hands in your lap. So, what's up? Never really talked to him. Don't think so. Cool. You scratch the back of your head. I'm Bridget. I know. Oh, I just figured, the first time you talk to someone. Ah, gotcha. I'm Belle. Nice to meet you. You idly drum your fingers on the side of the boat. So, did you just want to say hi, or is there something in particular you want to talk about? I guess, how's it going? Like, I don't know. I would say it's going pretty good. I'm at summer camp, as you can see. It's pretty nice. So, you like camp? Oh, yeah, sure. I'm the witness. No responsibilities, no cool boats. It's a nice break from all the detective stuff. Wait, detective stuff? Yeah, I'm a detective. How are you a detective? Aren't you my age? Well, I'm not a police detective. I'm a teen detective. Bellwoods W. Park Teen Detective. That's what it says on my card. That sounds super familiar. I'll give you a card, but I didn't think to bring any out me into the middle of the lake. Wait, aren't you like that girl who solved the library murder? The thing with the evil computer? I'll say it was more of a rampant than evil. Also, it was a local new area network, not computer. It wasn't really a murder either, at least not technically speaking. The one guy got in some trouble, but they ruled it an accidental death. Still, though, yeah, that was me. Whoa, I saw you in the news. You see Bell Park Youth Detective, all the thrilling details. Huh, interesting. So yeah. Interesting. Well, I'll definitely link both of these into the thing. What's it like being a detective? Not exciting as it seems. Spent a lot of time in the library, honestly. The murder library? I mean, sure, one time there was a murder. Most of the time, though, just reading books, like looking through periodicals, Googling stuff, talking to librarians, also spying on people if those people happen to be in the library. Oh. Which is just not to say I just do spying at the library. I also go to deserted parking lots and ravines and weird basements. Sounds intense. Oh, it is. Also a lot of fun. I also get to put on cool disguises and do all these sweet investigative techniques, like, hiding in the trunk of a car, digging through trash, or pretending to be delivering Chinese food, that kind of stuff. Hiding in the trunk of a car? That seems kind of not that good. You hide all the time. They're actually surprisingly moving, especially for someone my size. I do not die. Not too hard. Cars are typically designed not to kill you. But, they're also designed for you to wear seatbelts. Minor detail. What kinds of cases have you solved? Have taken since the whole thing. Oh, there's been a whole series of them, really. Case of the stolen test scores, haunted gymnasium, cake-wide bike theft ring, armed convenience store robbery. After a while, it starts to feel a little formalic. I can't imagine doing all that. You should read more. No, I mean, I can imagine someone doing that, just not me. Not the adventurous type? I wouldn't even know where to begin. Well, why don't we start with an easy one? You can help me sail. She outs Alan. Okay. How do I... Here. She takes your hand and places it in the line. It's simple. You hold it and try and keep it steady. If the line starts to feeling really stuck, you pull it in a bit. If it's super taut and you feel like it's going to whip out of your hands, you let it out a bit. That doesn't sound simple. Trust me. It makes total sense from the middle of it. Ready? I guess. You nod. Then let's go. She pulls a couple things over on her side. The boat starts turning and picking up a bit of speed. You feel the rope in your hand start tighten, so you let a little bit out. You let out the line a bit, and it starts to get a comfortable slackness. There you go. See? Nice and easy loot. A gust of wind starts to pick up the fill the sails. The rope starts ripping out of your hand super fast. Let it slip. You panic and let go of the rope, because I don't have enough tenacity. Oh, God. Belle reaches over and snatches before anything happens. Oh, okay, that's a little too loose. Ugh. It's okay, you're doing fine until you let go. Really? Yeah, the thing about sailing is about 90% holding on to things. I mean, there's a lot of ways and reasons to hold on things, but holding is the main verb. So if all else fails and you don't know what to do, just grab onto something and hold on for dear life. Maybe you should take over for the rest of the afternoon. Anyways, that night, you dream you're on a pirate ship. A ship screwed entirely by bird people. Bird mate scrutinizes you closely as you stand on the deck beneath your bright pink sky. State your job title. Pirate captain. And what is the function of the pirate captain? To go on adventures. Be the adventurous type, out for thrills and glory, just like true detectives. You mean true pirate captains. What did I say? It's no importance. No importance at all. So the purpose of the pirate captain is to make dangerous journeys. Yarr. Very well. Demonstrate the behavior of a human pirate captain. Strike out for find a ship to rob. Haul up the main brace and flatten the jibs, boys. We're gonna ship laden with booty. Affirmative, pirate captain. You intend to take objects of monetary value from another sailing vessel? Is that a permissible interaction under the current legal system? Yes, under the Pirates Code. Aye, 'tis allowed under the Pirates Code. Them landlubbers may not like it, but we pirates have the right to do anything we get our hooks on. Parallel informal legal system overlaid the primary ones. Most curious. Rawr! A ship appears off the standard bow. There's our prey now. Close in, boys. Ready the cannons. Unleash a full barrage. You swing your sword and point out to the other ship. Fire! That does not appear to be fire. It appears to be a seagoing vessel. You half flowing your sword. No, I'm giving the command to shoot the cannons. Understood. The cannonballs hit their targets and splinter off everywhere. The other ship is now on fire. There now appears to be fired on the previously indicated direction. Board the ship! A bunch of ropes appear. You grab one and swing over to the other ship. Yarr! You brandish your cutlass. The bird sailors shrink back in terror. Now which one of you wants to walk the plank? None of which perform this action. Well then, you sea dogs, give us all your doubloons. One of the sailor nods and hands you a check for 20,000 doubloons. Much obliged. Grab the rope and swing it back over your ship under its own power. You have confiscated their wealth. That be true. You bite down on the check and then slip it in your bag. What's the next action? Back to ports. We head for port. You would return to the populated area after committing this offense. Are you not concerned about the presence of law enforcement officials? Not landlubber port, ya landlubber. We're going to a pirate village, where the only law is the pirate code, and there's no landlubbers allowed. Arr. The sun sets and a thick fog rolls over your ship as you pull back into port. There are a bunch of ramshackle shacks on stilts, etc. What is the first order of business in this city? We're laden with the booty, now time to spend it. You stepped off the gangplank and walk into a tavern. A bunch of pirates' birds are clinking bugs together and throwing knives into the walls. Monkeys run around grabbing things off tables. Most unpleasant establishment. What's our purpose here? To live the pirate life. Of course. This mission is profoundly lacking in specificity. Pirates don't care about specifics. Loosen up, you little salty something or other. I fail to see the relevance of looseness or salinity to this situation. An old woman calls out for you in a small table from the corner. Pirate captain, do you wish to have your fortune told by myself? This seems like an inadvisable distraction. For liberty. Get your fortune told. Aye, I would. You sit down at her table. Very well. She draws up 3 cards and lays them down in front of her. Let's see what my divinary objects predict. She flips over the first card, shows a horned bird with a pentagram on its forehead and has number 15 at the top. The mythical personification of evil. You will flee from an encounter with an intimidating threat. She flips over the second card, shows a bird on the chariot. It has the number 7 on it. The horse-propelled 2-wheeled carriage. Inability to operate a particular vehicle will lead to an immersion in water. She flips over the last card, 12, shows a bird hanging upside down from a tree. The individual suspended from a branch. You find yourself perplexed by a discarded object in an unfamiliar location. And when will this happen exactly? The cards do not specify, but predictions as these rarely speak of the distant future. Let us depart, as we had enough of meaningless propagation. What does this word even mean? Copy. The action of foretelling or prophesizing of future events. Depart. Get up from the table. What were we doing again? You've been intending to follow a vaguely defined pirate lifestyle. Oh, right. What is the cause of your current unresponsiveness? I think I'm just distracted by that fortune. What do you think she meant by... irrelevancy. Prediction of future events is scientifically impossible. Right, no, obviously, yo-ho-ho. Pirate captain, I think I need to lay down. Avast or something. Crawl into a conveniently located hammock. Very well, it appears we have come to the end of this demonstration. What now? Do not concern yourself. Thank you and have a pleasant morning. Serenity, Aclaria, and tenacity are normal. Your vigilance, melancholy, and guile are heightened. Very interesting. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. So with that, I think I'm going to end this episode here, and I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives, and may the stars forever guide your path wherever it might lead you into the future, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.